Hello everyone, welcome to Self-Love You. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. Today I want to talk to you about a topic that is so interesting to me and also very painful if you don't know about it, but very insightful if you do understand about it. And that is narcissistic abuse by proxy, flying monkeys. Okay, so let's just really dig in. This is a really interesting topic, and I'm going to try to explain it to you to the best of my ability. First of all, we need to know that narcissists want to destroy you. They want to take over your personal power. They love to see you hurting in pain. They are masochistic, so they actually get a jolt of adrenaline, excitement, and they actually feel probably dopamine. They feel good whenever they're able to harm, hurt, damage, or cause another person to suffer. If they can cause you to hurt or cause someone to hurt, then they feel better about themselves. So what they will do is they will abuse you in any way, shape, or form possible. They're very, very sly. They're not going to just come out every time, especially the covert narcissist is not going to always come out and go, ta-da-ta-da, here, let me stab you in the back. If they were to do that, then we would know who they are every time, and it would be easy, and we would get over them, and we would smash them and get them out of our lives. But unfortunately, it's not that simple. It's not that easy. The narcissist abuse is in a very insidious way. The narcissist will abuse you underhandedly in underhanded ways. And one of the main ways that they do this underhandedly and covertly is through flying monkeys and abuse by proxy. So what they like to do is they like to find people who are willing to do their bidding and that they are able to manipulate to do their bidding. These people are people who are very susceptible to fawning or to looking up to the narcissist or whatever the narcissist is offering in terms of social status or whatever the narcissist offers. These are the types of people that will do the bidding of the narcissist and will abuse you for the narcissist, okay? So let's say you have a narcissist who wants to abuse you, and this narcissist will get into your inner circle or try to find people within your inner circle who is willing to abuse you, who is willing to do things that will cause you pain, which will do things that will rub your face in the dirt, make you feel like crap, make you feel less than, make them seem superior. So what they will do is they will use people, like they love to infiltrate groups, and you have these groups of flying monkeys. The flying monkey is a person who does the bidding of the narcissist, that comes out and will invite you places that the narcissist wants you to go so that the narcissist can abuse you at that place. So the narcissist won't come straight to you, because if they come straight to you, that would make you superior and them inferior. They always have to be superior. So they'll invite you through another person to go to the event. Or they will tell that person not to invite you to an event and then tell that person to post photos of yourself at the event with them on Facebook. There's just all these little stupid, silly, ridiculous, dumb things that the narcissist will do to get under your skin. And if you're someone who has been abused by narcissists, then you know what I'm talking about. You just really can't even pinpoint what it is. You just know this person, what the hell? Why do they think I care? And there might even be a part of you that cares, but it's just such a weird part. You're like, that is so cheap. That's so cheesy. That's such a cheap shot that they would try to get to me by inviting someone somewhere or posting that photo of someone else or hanging out with that friend or rubbing stuff in my face. Like, they would actually get, what are they getting out of it? That's the question. And so narcissists love to abuse by proxy. If they can find a willing participant who will willingly abuse you and make you seem less superior than them, or will hurt you in some way, then they're going to use people. And it's really stupid, it's dumb, it's small stuff, but small stuff adds up over time. If you let these types of people in your life doing these little teeny tiny digs, doing these little teeny tiny things such as befriending people and having that person do something like invite you somewhere where you're going to be put down, or not invite you so that you don't feel a part of the group, so that you feel ostracized. Whatever they can do to make you feel like crap, they are going to do. And they're going to use whomever they can use at their disposal. So you can always tell like a flying monkey mentality. The flying monkey is not necessarily the one with the manipulative brains. The flying monkey is the one that is not aware of what a narcissist is, and doesn't know what manipulation is, and doesn't have insight. So they allow themselves to be used by narcissists and to do the bidding of the narcissist, to go out and abuse people. So the narcissist may want to put someone down, and they will make suggestions to the flying monkey person, the person who's standing in the role of the flying monkey, so that the flying monkey will go out and flaunt whatever it is that the narcissist wants to flaunt. Here's another thing that narcissists do. Narcissists are notorious, and this is psychopaths and narcissists, they're notorious for trying to get you to be around people who are abusive towards you. You always know if you feel like someone is abusive towards you and they're hurting you, or you've been hurt by them in the past, the narcissist will encourage you to hang out with that person. They'll say, oh, I miss so-and-so, so that you'll actually go back and put yourself in a position of being abused again. You always know you're dealing with somebody who lacks character and who lacks empathy for your feelings if they recommend that you go back around someone who has in the past proven to be a narcissist or a psychopath or painful or hurtful or desiring to damage you internally, emotionally. Anyone that would tell you to go hang out with somebody else who is abusive, that person needs to get out of your friends list. You need to X them out of your life, because they have no idea what they're talking about, and they're actually they're abusing you by proxy, by encouraging you. Now, once you get to a place of healing where you're validating yourself and you don't really need to go to these flying monkeys and to these narcissists to get sustenance and to feel connected, and you're able to make healthy relationships with other people, then it's not going to be as much of a problem for you to be abused by these flying monkeys. But you have entire groups of people that are nothing more than flying monkeys for the main narcissist. Or there's a group of, I call it like a pack of narcissists. There's a pack of narcissists surrounded by flying monkeys. And what their goal is to hurt people. But generally speaking, the flying monkey is less savvy than the more manipulative narcissists and psychopaths. And they're just kind of like, it's no big deal. I'm just inviting so-and-so to have a drink. I'm just inviting so-and-so to have a shot. And little do you know, it's a power play on the part of the main narcissist. And this little flying monkey is flying around and doing the bidding of the narcissist. Because narcissists love to abuse by proxy. They don't like to get their hands dirty. If they can get someone else that will do things for them and they don't have to do it themselves, then they're going to have all these people lined up to do all sorts of things. And it's always to do with silly social situations, like inviting you somewhere, attending an event, leaving early, how many people you can get to your event, taking photos and putting them on Facebook. Things that are just like so trivial and so superficial. But at the end of the day, if you're a victim of this snake pit, this narc pit, this narcissist pit, if you're a victim and you have wounds in your heart from being a narcissist victim, then you are going to be hurt by these people. And you may not even know why. It may not even be obvious because you can't see it necessarily because it is so covert and it's small. And it's like, I'm being so petty. I don't want to have a drink with that person. Well, you know, you really have to listen to your heart, and you have to really be in tune with your own energy and with your own strength, your own inner strength, your own intuitive guide, and you need to know that if anybody is a narcissist in trying to maneuver and get you to go places or get you to feel in ways that are uncomfortable to you. I mean, a narcissist loves to hurt other people. That's the thing, is they just love it. They get a kick out of you being depressed, sad, having bad things happen, feeling left out. That actually gives them joy. And so they try to find people and bring people around them that are weak-minded and who are not insightful and don't understand what's going on. And they try to pull these people around them so that they can use them to abuse others and to make others feel inferior all around. And that you can look it up on the internet. There's lots of information about flying monkeys, and there's lots of information about the narcissist and how they abuse by proxy, which means they're not the ones doing the abuse. They facilitate the abuse through a third party who then comes to abuse you. And it can be a group of people who are abusing you. And abusing you can mean anything. It's not always slapping you directly in the face. It could be ostracizing you. It could be putting other people up and trying to make you feel less than. It always has to do with your worth. It's a power play. It's always a power play when it comes to narcissists, because that's what they're about. They want power and control. They're not about, they don't have any empathy. They don't have any real stuff that it takes to be in a real relationship. So they just see it as power and control. How can I look like the most powerful person in this situation? How can I put this person down so that they feel less than and I feel better? How can I make myself feel better? By sucking their energy, by making them think about me, by causing them to be upset. Because a narcissist doesn't care. As long as they get attention, it can be bad attention, it can be good attention, it doesn't matter. They don't care. They just want people to feel like crap around them. And these poor flying monkeys, they think that they're, really doing, some good for the narcissist. But the fact of the matter is that the flying monkeys, they may get a little bit of their needs met by getting the attention of the narcissist or the psychopath for that moment. But at the end of the day, those monkeys are they're food for the narcissist, just like anyone else. Because whenever the narcissist runs out of people to abuse and they're by themselves and they have no supply coming in, they're going to go after their flying monkeys. They're going to go after those people that they've used to position themselves in positions in front of other people, whomever they feel threatened by. The narcissist goes after anyone that they feel threatened by. Anyone that makes them feel inferior, that makes them feel threatened, and they actually have a sense of pathological envy. And this pathological envy drives them to try to destroy other people, to try to destroy people with silly, ridiculous measures that don't really matter in the scheme of things, that don't really matter in life. Why am I talking about this if it doesn't matter? Because it does matter at the end of the day if you're allowing yourself to be in these situations and you're not stopping it. So what you have to do is you have to stop the narcissist. If you see that a narcissist is using one of your friends in order to dangle things, a carrot in front of your face, or make you feel inferior, or make you feel envious, or make you feel less than, or make you feel like whatever feeling they're trying to elicit from you, then if you see that happen, then you need to just break contact. Break contact, get away from it. It doesn't mean you don't have to be friends with the flying monkeys for the rest of your life. It just means focus on other things, hide their Facebook stuff, don't take their calls, screw them. Find something more enjoyable that is more beneficial to your inner being, that will make you grow as a person. Like focus on, eating healthy food, going for a run, reading interesting books, watching videos that are helpful to you, listening to motivational tapes, decorating your place, doing your finances, anything, but focusing on these hurtful people that like to abuse you and use third parties. Like they actually will stand there and go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. He's so rude to you. Let's talk about how rude he was. Yeah, let's discuss how rude he was. He was rude, wasn't he? That was rude. When that happened to you, that was horrible. oh, that was horrible when that happened to you. And they bring up everything that's ever bad happened to you. And then it's a bonding mechanism so that anytime you talk to this person, you feel obligated, if you haven't grown past this issue, feel obligated to talk about all the bad things that have ever happened to you, because that's what gets this person really going and talking to you, because they love to hear that you have been abused. They love to hear about your pain. It makes them feel superior. It makes them feel amazing whenever you tell them, oh, I was really hurt by this guy, or I was really hurt by this friend, or I was really hurt by when my husband cheated on me, or I was really hurt when this happened. And they love to dwell on it, to talk about it. They'll go, oh, did you see him on Facebook? Did you see this? Did you see that? Because they love the fact that you're in pain. And if you're willing to talk about your own pain, then you're abusing yourself. You don't want to talk about anything painful to a narcissist. I know that you need to get your needs met, and that you need to be able to process stuff that's happening to you, and you need to be able to share your feelings. But you want to make sure that you're not sharing your feelings with a narcissistic personality disordered person, because if you are, you're in big trouble, and it's going to create a bigger wound than ever imaginable. And they're just going to continue to be like, yeah, did you see? Yeah, that did suck. I agree. They really were horrible to you. They were. Tell me more about how bad it felt. How bad did you feel? Did you feel really bad? Was it just, I'm so sorry, you felt horrible, didn't you? Yeah, I remember when that happened. That was bad. That was horrible what happened to you. Okay, that's how the narcissist will abuse you by proxy. They'll use things that happened to you in the past as little tools to keep your self-esteem tweaked down to the lowest level possible. Because once your self-esteem starts rising, then you don't need their shit, and you can move on with your life. And so what I say is just go ahead and get rid of all that, raise your self-esteem, walk away from the situation. Don't go on for days with anyone about things that really hurt you unless you know that they're trustworthy. And nobody should want to talk for long about things that are bad towards you or that happened to you. You know, that shouldn't be anybody's conversation topic about, remember that time you had a miscarriage? Oh, that was awful. I mean, they will try to bring things up and begin to harp on it and talk to you about it. And if you're not really careful and you don't have really a strong sense of self, then you'll go back there too and go, yeah, that really did hurt. And then you're thinking, by the time the conversation's over, you feel this tall. You feel worthless. And so what we want to do is if you're talking to anybody in a conversation and at the end of the conversation you feel worthless, that is a red flag that person is not validating, that person is harmful to you and could be a flying monkey for some other narcissist. Oh, another favorite of a narcissist or a flying monkey is, oh, did you hear what they said about you? Oh, I heard they said this about you. I heard they said that about you. People that do that, I mean, your best interests are not in their mind. They're not really caring about you. Anyone that's going to tell you what something negative that someone else said about you is not your friend. Why are they listening? I mean, if someone started talking negatively about one of my friends, I would be like, shut the F up. You don't be talking about my friends like that. I wouldn't be a part of that conversation. So anyone that's coming to you saying, oh, she said this, oh, she said that about you, and I'm nice by coming to you and telling you the truth, that's just a bunch of narcissist games. You don't have time for that. Why not live your life? Why not build yourself? Why not get in touch with your intuition? Why not go on a run? Why not go on a hike? Why not go work out? Why not plan a vacation? Why not make a wonderful meal? Why not call a better friend? Why not go have a beer? Why not try a new restaurant? Why not do things that are good and nourishing for yourself? That is my question. Stay away from flying monkeys and abuse by proxy from the narcissist, because it will drain your emotional self of true self-esteem. And you need every bit of self-esteem that you can get in order to become the best person that you can in your life. Thank you for listening. Please share if this is interesting to you and helpful. And I love your comments. And I thank you, everyone. This is Jenna Ryan with Self Love You. Talk to you soon.